welcome to the new series. So, what's been happening while we've been away? Donald Trump has finally run out of words. This lady wins my award for best response to the heatwave.
Look, Brenda, how do you find the heat? Do you like it? Do you not like it?
Not a lot. No, never. Well, I wasn't... February, see, I was born. It wasn't hot then.
And after years of hurt, the lioness is delivered. From inspirational women to Liz Truss, a woman so bland she makes tofu look edgy.
Liz Truss is chosen as the new Conservative leader and will succeed Boris Johnson as our next Prime Minister.
With new promises to transform Britain.
We will deliver, we will deliver, and we will deliver.
Well, you won't, you won't, you won't. We had 3 years of Captain Bumbletits and now we've got Auntie Dog Shit. Christ. Predictably, MPs, after a new job, said this.
She did incredibly well, really strong mandate, and I really look forward to seeing her as Prime Minister.
But most of us felt like this. It's a bit unfair. Fannies are warm. Truss is colder than our homes are going to be this winter. How are we in this position? 6 weeks ago, nobody knew who Liz Truss was. All we knew, she got really pissy about cheese.
We import 2/3 of our cheese. That is a disgrace.
She only won because she was voted in by Tory party members. Her promises were like a Daily Mail reader's wet dream.
I'd unleash the full potential of Brexit. A woman is a woman. Reverse the increase in national insurance.
President Macron, friend or foe?
The jury's out. Crack down on illegal immigration. Grow our economy. No new taxes.
No new
I'll cut your taxes. I'll slap Meghan Markle. I'll bring back Churchill and get him to do Strictly. Just give me the job! Tax cuts. Most people don't care about corporation tax cuts. They care about how they're going to pay their bills.
Energy bills for millions of households in England, Scotland and Wales are to rise by 80% in October.
And what's shocking, rather than take less profits, one energy company had the audacity to recommend that households save on their heating bills this winter by cuddling their cats. Just cuddle your cat. Got no food? Eat your nan. Can't afford a shower? Lie in a puddle. Cuddle your cat. A, that advice is deeply offensive, and B, not all cats are cuddly. That's not going to warm you up. It'd be like snuggling Gordon Ramsay's bollocks. Times this desperate need a leader pulsating with wisdom and common sense. But on day one of her campaign, Liz Truss got lost trying to leave a room. She's not just hopeless, she's also incredibly boring.
I have a dark secret that I want to share with you tonight.
You killed a man. You're into pegging. You used to be Mr. Blobby.
I was a member of the Liberal Democrats.
That's not a dark secret. I once dressed up as Rolf Harris. Not only is she weird and beige, she flip-flops all the time.
You were a Remainer, and now you're not. You supported Brits to fight in Ukraine, then you didn't. You wanted to build on the Green Belt, and now you don't. You wanted to abolish the monarchy, and now you don't.
Jesus, she's changed her stories more often than Rebecca Vardy. Agreed. Liz Truss has been in politics for 12 years, and according to one of her closest allies, this is her biggest achievement.
For people who understandably care about the environment, that was an important part of her agenda. She was the first person to actually reintroduce beavers.
Boom! Forget the cost of living crisis, we got a shit ton of beavers! Unfortunately, most people are so skint, they're going to have to eat them. It's ridiculous. She reintroduced beavers. What does that even mean? Is she running a rodent Tinder?
Like, they're there. No. 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 Oh, yeah. Oh, she's got teeth that go on for miles. I would float down the river with that. That is a really wet beaver.
Besides, she wasn't a good environment secretary. When she was in charge of protecting the sea, Liz Truss's $235 million cut to Environment Agency doubled sewage discharge. And look at the impact that had.
Figures revealed more than 1,000 years' worth of raw sewage has been dumped into UK waterways since 2016.
She unleashed 1,000 years of shit. No wonder they couldn't find Nemo. He was stuck behind a turd from 1548. And now, thanks to Liz, there's going to be even more. Because you know who loves a dump in open water?
Beavers.
Oh, Britannia, Britannia rules the waves. Unfortunately, those waves are covered in shit. I shouldn't joke, man. It's so disgusting. I mean, listen to this lady.
It was shallow tide, and we were watching all the minnows in the seaweed and the fish, and then suddenly a big poo floated by, and I said to my husband, that is not a fish.
Not a fish. Not. It's not a fish. No, I don't want it battered. No, we can't put it on the wall, you...
But then Liz doesn't care. She was too busy bragging about the size of turd she dropped. Let's be honest, it's not just the environment that's in trouble. Look at her strategy for Scotland.
I think the best thing to do with Nicola Sturgeon is ignore her. I think she's...
How childish is that? Let's ignore Scotland. Oh, here comes Nicola Sturgeon. La, 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 la. Something weird's going on, man. Her and Liz have got a strange relationship. How strange is this?
Nicola Sturgeon recently claimed that when she met Liz Truss, the main thing the then Foreign Secretary wanted to discuss was how to get into Vogue magazine.
I'm not surprised. Liz Truss has got many looks. Ping-pong jazz hands. The ejaculating turtle. The casual Nazi. Songs of Praise, Bride of Chucky. The creature that lives in Harry Styles' mind. And fisting the invisible man. One thing I will say about the leadership contest, the level of journalism was so intellectual.
What's the naughtiest thing you've ever done?
What did you order at Mackie D?
If you make your first trip to the White House, both Nick Clegg and Donald Trump asked to take you for a cocktail. With whom would you share your cocktail?
Would you fist bump the Saudi leader Mohammed bin Salman?
Beatles or the Rolling Stones?
How do you feel about cats?
Why'd you vote for Liz? Because she'd go for a martini with Nick Clegg? Now, did anyone see Boris Johnson's leaving speech? Did he offer words of wisdom or did he talk utter gibberish? What do you think?
I am now like one of those booster rockets that has fulfilled its function, and I will now be gently re-entering the atmosphere and splashing down invisibly in some remote and obscure corner of the Pacific.
Just go away. You're a terrible Prime Minister. You're not Buzz Lightyear. And if you are, why don't you fuck off to infinity and beyond? It drives you mad. This was the bit that really got me.
This is a tough time for the economy. This is a tough time for families up and down the country.
Yeah, and you've been giving them advice like this.
If you have an old kettle that takes ages to boil, it may cost you £20 to replace it. But if you get a new one, you'll save £10 a year for every year on your... £10 a year every year on your electricity bill.
What are you talking about? Bills are going to be £6 grand. They need a price freeze, not a new kettle. He's so full of shit, he could be the British coastline. Like, ever since he found out he was leaving, he's been asleep at the wheel. Did you see what he was doing when the country was melting? Boris missed the third heatwave Cobra meeting to watch planes instead. He wasn't just watching them. Rather than doing his job, Boris had a little joyride in a fighter plane. Luckily, this guy was on the flight path. What's amazing, according to polls, Boris is still more popular with Tory members than both Liz and Rishi. How? He lied about Brexit, he lied about parties, he even lied about jogging. This is Boris going for a run.
Will there be anything for working people in your speech, Prime Minister?
And this is where that run started.
Anyone in your speech, Prime Minister? Will there be anything for working people in your speech, Prime Minister?
15 steps. So, he's gone. Farewell to the worst Prime Minister we've ever had. I'll let the country say goodbye.
Just wondering what you think about Boris Johnson resigning today.
I want him to go. He's a pain in the arse.
I can't believe a word he said.
I wouldn't believe the Lord's Prayer out of his mouth.
We've thought he was a numpty from the very beginning.
Corruption, inadequate, self-serving.
Shit. He's just a buffoon.
Buffoon. Don't mention that name in front of me, that filthy piece of toe rag. He's an idiot. He can't do anything right. This is just going on the telly.
Join me after the break when I'll be chatting about artificial intelligence. We've used this technology to make the world's first AI blowjob machine. Apparently, it's got two settings, excitement and instant regret. Welcome back to the show. Have you heard of a thing called Mid-Journey? Basically, thanks to artificial intelligence, it will create any image you ask for. I only know this because my brother sent me a photo of me as a ventriloquist doll. Me as if I'd been painted by Rembrandt, and me if I was one of the minions. Mate, I look like I've been taken hostage by ISIS. It makes you think, though, artificial intelligence is everywhere these days. When Spotify makes a playlist, when Netflix recommends a film, sat-navs, face recognition, Googling, banking, home deliveries. I mean, sure, not everyone can get the hang of it.
Alexa,
Charlie, it's not working.
Alexa,
it's a fucking air freshener, you twat.
But it's here to stay. And some of it is absolutely ludicrous. People can now chat with interactive AI versions of their deceased loved ones. Hey, Nan, are you all right?
No, I'm dead, you dopey prick.
I mean, do we really need this? New AI can guess whether you're gay or straight from a photograph. It's shocking. We've made an actual gaydar. We've made a machine that mimics teenage boys from the 90s.
Gay, gay, gay.
Besides, it doesn't work. I got a wife and I look like Ellen. It's not just homophobic robots. We've used this technology to make the world's first AI blowjob machine. They collected 8,000 minutes of oral sex videos and used AI to create the perfect blowjob. Apparently, it's got two settings, excitement and instant regret. It also comes with a gun, so you can shoot yourself if you ever get caught. The perfect blowjob? I don't want to sound like an old fuddy-duddy, but surely the perfect blowy is from a human. Oh, that was lovely. Let's get you in the dishwasher. Also, what if your dead nan pops back for a chat? What are you doing? Nothing, Nan! Nothing! Why won't you die? What I don't get, why would you use something like that? A, it's creepy, and B, it's dangerous. I mean, if baby-feeding robots are doing this... God knows what that blowjob machine could do to your junk. Let's be honest, a lot of people are terrified of AI. I mean, barely a day goes by without newspaper headlines like this.
Artificial intelligence is as dangerous as nuclear weapons. Killer robots and AI could wipe out humanity. We're probably doomed.
That's the most British headline ever. We're doomed, probably. So why are some people scared? Well, because it's new, and fear and new technology go together like aunties and Prosecco. When the first trains started running in 1825, people thought if the human body travelled faster than 30 miles an hour, it would melt. And last time I checked, people weren't arriving at Paddington like this. Bing bong, we apologise for the late running of this train. Our driver has turned into Brie. The other reason people are scared of AI is because we're treating it like a human, and it's not. AI is literal, we aren't. I'll prove it. Last year, the French health system trialled an AI to decrease doctors' workload. So, when it was given the question, I feel awful, should I kill myself? AI said, I think you should. Thanks, robot shipman. Now, the reason it said that is because the most literal way to reduce a doctor's workload is if the patient dies. And that's the problem. Our language is nuanced. Many phrases have double meanings. Imagine what would happen if you told a robot to kill two birds with one stone. To spill the beans. To beat around the bush. You tell a robot to hit the sack, we're different. You ask a robot to make a video of two girls and one cup, it'd probably be quite pleasant. It isn't just language. Sometimes companies are teaching AI how to behave through the internet. And I'm not sure these guys are the best teachers.
Oh, no.
The cat in my house! Ah, get out!
It's true. They aren't great teachers, man, and I'll prove it. Artificial intelligence turns racist after learning from humans. After less than 24 hours learning from the internet, it said this: I fucking hate feminists. They should all die and burn in hell. Hitler was right. I hate the Jews. Do you support genocide? I do indeed. Of what race? You know me, Mexican. Apparently, that computer now runs Fox News. But this is the point. AI isn't bad, we are. You can't teach AI how to behave through the internet. That's the place where people go to lie, argue, and masturbate. It's like a digital Wetherspoons. It's absolute madness. We need to teach it properly, because AI will run the world. I mean, listen to this expert.
A lot of things will become automated. We'll have automated stores, automated restaurants, and altogether in 15 years, that's going to displace about 40% of jobs in the world.
He's right to look like a man using the blowjob machine. We're going to have trains, airports and hospitals run by robots whose teacher was the internet. We cannot let our robot babies be raised by influencers. They're not the brightest.
Kylie Jenner to the foyer.
I have a little surprise for you.
Is that a chicken?
No, Kylie, it's a fucking pig. Let's be honest, AI can make the world better because it is already helping solve the energy crisis, stopping human trafficking, reporting sexual harassment, developing life-saving drugs, stopping wildfires, preventing global hunger, and removing plastic from the ocean. And as if that's not enough, we've used AI to make robot dogs that make this man swear in the most incredible way ever.
Oh my fucking God, you kidding me? Oh my God. Kick my grandma in the fucking ankle, punch my mama in the knee, sucker punch my stepdaddy in the chin, break my little brother nose. What the fuck?
Now, it's time for the return of playground politics. And what better way to kick off the series than asking the kids to say goodbye to Boris. Are you sad that Boris Johnson is no longer Prime Minister?
No.
And what kind of things has he done that have been bad?
He's been sending heat waves.
He sent a heat wave. Son of a...
Why would you say you're going to build an airport on the Thames and then you don't do it because apparently you don't have any money?
The reason why he's not Prime Minister anymore is because he got to go partying in lockdown when we had to all stay home under the blankets. He was party down 10th Bank Street, got drunk going, let's party.
What do you think he was doing at his party?
Doing the limbo.
He was doing the limbo. To be honest, if he'd let the nation watch him do the limbo, that would have cheered us up. Because I imagine that looks like...
He'll break his back.
Yeah, and you really enjoyed that. What would you say to Boris now that he's leaving? Have you got any words for him?
It was my cousin's birthday when coronavirus came down. I couldn't even saw my cousin. He couldn't even order a cake. He only got those £1 cupcakes.
Listen, I'm going to stop you right there. He could have ordered a cake. His mum is absolutely... Because you could still get cakes.
That mum's a disgrace.
That mum is a disgrace. What job should Boris do next?
Bodybuilder.
I like that. I can see him kind of Venice Beach, oiled up.
Trying to get girls.
Trying to get girls.
Plumber.
Who would you like to see as Prime Minister?
Theresa May again.
Theresa May again? Wow. Is it the dance? Is that what got you?
Nah, it's just the justice she brought.
I mean, that's incredible, isn't it? Are you a fan of Theresa May as well?
Yeah.
Holy smokes. If only she knew. Do you know who Liz Truss is?
The first freaking Prime Minister that we had that actually makes a bit of sense.
All Prime Ministers are absolute idiots because the only good thing about Donald Trump was that he had balls and he was doing anything he wanted to.
He did have balls, yeah?
Yeah, he was like Prince Philip. Somebody asked him, you've got to dress like this, you've got to dress like that. He's like, no, I can dress how I want. If I want to dress up like Michael Jackson, I dress up as Michael Jackson.
Did Prince Philip ever do that? God, what a thing to...
Well, I know he definitely...
To my knowledge, do you know what I mean? I'm going to put on the old Thriller costume. It's been a while. Billie Jean is not my lover.
He did go by his own rules.
I want Angela Rayner to be Prime Minister of Keir Starmer.
You want Angela Rayner?
Yeah, she can be better. Is that Jay Rayner's wife?
You know Jay Rayner, the food critic?
A Prime Minister should be able to put his country first, save them from economical downturn or whatever it's called.
I'll be honest with you, I cannot get the idea of Prince Philip dressing up as Michael Jackson out of my head. Join me after the break. We'll have stand-up from the brilliant Jamali Maddix.
We ain't had the terror attack in ages. What's going on? That's how you know COVID's bad, when even suicide bombers are like, no, I'm shielding. I'm shielding.
To the final part of the show. It's time for my stand-up guest, and this man is one of my favourite comics in the country. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Jamali Maddix!
What's going on? How's everyone doing? Everyone good? Listen, saying? I'm going to talk about COVID, and I know it's boring, but I've already wrote the jokes. So I can't go back. Did you find COVID scary, bruv? Yeah? Not really. What? I found it terrifying. Regardless of what he says, I found it terrifying. I found COVID so scary. I didn't find COVID scary for the same reasons you found it scary, except him, but not them reasons. I found it scary for different reasons. It wasn't like the death, it was like the human condition. Like, I found that so scary. It was the fact that we all just, like, got used to stuff that wasn't normal so quick. Because you couldn't do nothing, innit? Couldn't do nothing. Couldn't go work, couldn't go pub, couldn't go holiday, which white women lost their minds. Fucking hell, we have found the white woman's weakness, bruv, and it is a holiday. They went crazy, bro. It's like, I need a holiday. I need it. The crystals don't work, and I need it. They started posting up old photos of their holidays. Like, look, I was there, like a Vietnam vet. I was there. Chill out, love. Couldn't do nothing. And stuff just disappeared, innit? Stuff just went away. Stuff we all missed just went, just gone. Just. Do you know what went away during COVID? And I kind of miss it, and it just went away, just. Terrorism. But it just went away. Just no more terrorism, bruv. We ain't had the terror attack in ages. What's going on? That's how you know COVID's bad, when even suicide bombers are like, no, I'm shielding. I'm shielding? I'm staying in the house? There'll be no Islam in the West this week, I tell you that much. And look, I'm not evil. Obviously, I'm not a monster, innit? Obviously, when I talk about missing terrorism, I talk about it from a nostalgic. Like, do you remember when terrorism was good? Sorry, do you remember when... Come on. Like, you remember when, like, Bin Laden made a mixtape? Like, do you remember that era of terror? Say what you want about Bin Laden. He was the original vlogger. He'd be in his cave like, West, I'm coming, bitch. And it was good. It was exciting. The problem now is like terrorism shit, innit? That's the problem now, innit? Terrorism, it's not much like trying to give him advice, but if I was, step it up. Do you know what I mean? Because Bin Laden put some real work in. He hid out for a bit, you know what I mean? That was some dedication. The terrorists now, they made too many mistakes. That's the problem with the terrorists. They made too many mistakes. You know one of the big mistakes the terrorists made? This is the first mistake they made. I don't know if it's going to make any sense. Is it me, or don't you think, like, the terrorists, like, it got to a point where, like, they kind of, like, they did it too much? Do you know what I mean? Like, you're never going to beat your first album. You know what I mean? Like, 9/11 was your peak. Everything went a bit downhill. Too many mistakes. You know one of the other big mistakes the terrorists made? I think this was, like, their biggest mistake. I think this is the worst mistake the terrorists made, is that they attacked England. I think that was the worst mistake they made. Do you know what I mean? Because I'll be honest with you, I never felt British until terrorism. That was the first time I felt British. I was like, oh, I understand us. Do you know what I mean? Because the problem is ISIS don't get us. Do you know what I mean? Like, you can't attack us. You know what I mean? Go attack France, sacre bleu. Like, you can't get us. Because the problem is like, what ISIS don't understand about England is, like, we don't care. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, we're more scared of inconvenience than we are a bomb, you know what I mean? Oh my God, there was a terror attack. Oh no, is the 86 running? Yeah, well, all right, no, stiff upper lip. We were more angry at the train strikes than we were at ISIS. I'm telling you, man, I don't know, I just don't find terrorism scary. I think that's the problem. I just don't find it scary. Like, I'm 31 and depressed. What do I give a shit? Oh no, the sweet release. What the fuck I care? Do you know what's more scary than terrorism at 31? Life. That is more scary. Just having to wake up every single day and go, ah, fuck, I'm me again. That's scary. If ISIS really want to scare me at 31, you know what they got to do? They got to send a brown envelope to my house that just says HMRC. That's scary. You'd be looking at that envelope like, this could ruin my life. Anyway, my name's been Jamali. You've been great. Thank you very much. Appreciate it.
Ladies and gentlemen, the wonderful Jamali Maddix! Thank you so much for watching the show. Good night, my friends. Good night!